Hello, all, welcome back. And in this session, we are going to learn super important concept in JavaScript. And this is the most important entry question for experienced people, especially. Maybe for freshers, maybe they don't ask this question, but experienced people definitely there is a high chance that they can ask this question. Okay, are you ready? So the topic is like what is a function borrowing or method borrowing in JavaScript with the help of call, apply, bind methods. Okay, I hope some of you are already aware of this, but if you want to learn in detail, just watch this video completely. Okay, and do practice. So here I'm just taking some examples so that it's going to be very easy to understand. So I'm just taking constant employee. So we have two properties, that is the first name, okay, and give your name. Suppose here I'm giving suppose Vijay, and the last name is like Vijay K. So let me just it's random, and it has one method that is called get full name. Okay, just get full name. So we can define a method. We know all these things, like suppose it is going to print with the help of console.log. So here I'm just using this backticks, okay, to do some interpolation. So if I want to add some variable, so with the help of this dot, the first one, this is string interpolation with the help of backticks also. So this is a modern way of doing things. Hopefully you already watched this video, previous video on this. So it will print the first name and last name, so it will be a full name. So it's very simple. So emp dot get full name, so definitely it will print the output. So I'm just running in the command prompt. So node, the file name is app. So we got Vijay and K. So no problem. Up to now, everything is good, well and good. So now I'm going to take another object that is like a student. Okay, that is a student. But here also we have two properties. One is the first name and last name, similar properties. First name, I'm just writing like suppose Akshay. Okay, the student is there. So, but he don't have a method actually. Okay, he don't have a method called get full name. Okay, but he want to implement that. Okay, one way is that normally we can copy paste this one directly. Okay, copy paste here, and we can use it, right? So if you do like student dot get full name, student dot get full name, okay, this is also works fine. So it is giving Vijay K and Akshay Kumar. But here this is not a good approach because already one method is there. Why we need to repeat the code unnecessary? Why we need to increase the number of lines of code, and we don't need to waste the memory, right? So instead of that, we can reuse the same function. We can reuse the same function to help student to print get full name. Okay, how to do that? So here the concept will come that is called a method borrowing or a function borrowing. Suppose if you have a function inside the object, we can call it as a method, right? So now we can say that this is a method borrowing. So I'm just removing this. I'm just removing this. Now, without copy pasting into this object, how we can fulfill the same thing. Suppose student also need to display the get full name. So here, a very interesting thing. So if you see, this means here the get full name method is there. Here, whenever it is going to execute this function at the time, this refers to the current object. That means it will refer the employee. So that's why whenever you do employee dot get full name, you are getting Vijay and K, because here it is taking this dot first name means employee dot first name. This dot first name means last name means employee dot last name. So here with the help of the call apply bind, okay, we can borrow. This student can borrow this get full name from employee. So how we can do that? So simple technique is, so which method we are borrowing? Employee dot get full name, okay, and this is a syntax, okay. Call is a method, call is a method. Here we should specify, so who is going to borrow this one. So for now, student is borrowing this method. This student is borrowing this method from employee. So what's happening here? Observe carefully. Whenever you do employee.get full name, okay, whenever we invoke this function, at the time this refers to employee. This refers to employee. But here what we are doing, we are saying that, so could you please refer student object as this whenever we invoke, okay, this method with the help of call. Okay, whenever we are invoking this get full name with the help of call and passing the object reference. So now whenever we are going to execute this function, it will this refers to student now. So let's see whether we will get output or not. So I'm just clearing that. So it's working absolutely fine. So if you see, whenever you do employee.get full name, that is Vijay and K, perfect. And here employee.get full name, we are calling the same method, but here with the help of call method, we are changing the reference to this keyword. So here, whenever we invoking, so here this will refers to student in this situation, and it will fulfill the our job. Suppose now we have another object is there. Suppose, for example, please do practice along with me so that you will understand. Otherwise, you will forget easily. It's a human nature. So here, another object is like a player. So I'm just taking the first name like Virat. Okay, last name like Kohli. So for player, this player also we need to player also don't have the method. So this player object also is ready to borrow this get full name from employee. So how we can do that? Employee dot get full name dot call. So now you can pass the object which is ready to borrow that. Now if you see, now whenever we invoke this one which is there at line number 25, at the time, of course it will refer to the same method, it will refer to the same method in the memory, it will refer to the same method in the memory, but the reference to this will change. So whenever we are executing employee.get full name, this refers to employee, and whenever we are executing line number 24, at the time this refers to student, and whenever we are executing line number 25, this refers to player object. Okay, now if you see the output, definitely you will get a proper results. So first one Vijay K, second one Akshay Mane, third one is Virat. I hope you guys understood. Please do practice now itself so that you will understand what we are doing, because syntax difficult somewhat difficult, but here just the thumb rule is which method you are going to give for other people to borrow. So employed at full name and call and pass the receiver, okay, who is going to take help from that get full name. So otherwise I want to simplify this, because because here we will get some confusion, because this if the get full name is inside that employee. So what we can do, we can extract this get full name outside of the employee, and we can use it for anyone. So that is also fine. So what I'm doing, so I'm writing outside, okay, constant, what I'm doing, constant get full name. This is the function, this is a simple function, same function. So here it same, this dot first name and this dot last name. So now I'm removing this one, so we can reuse it for all the objects. So employee, right now employee don't have a get full name, student also don't have a get full name, here player also don't have a get full name. So now, so how to call this one? So I'm going to write it again. So if this get full name is part of an employee, so the syntax like employee dot full name and then call student or player, whatever it is. But right now, this get full name is not part of employee. This is a separate method that is get full name. So now it's going to be very easy, very easy. So now what we can do? So even we no need to do employee dot or something. So now here we have a get full name is a method available globally. Get full name is a method available globally. Dot call simply. So now you can pass employee. Okay, then what will happen? So whenever we are executing this function, this will refers to employee. Okay, and now again get full name dot call and student. Fantastic. In the same way, we can go with so get full name dot call and the player. So now this is much more reusable way. So we can extract it. We have extracted this reusable function, and so now we are going to use the same method for employee, same method for student, same method for player. The only thing is whenever we pass employee to this get full name dot call method as an argument, so at the time whenever you are invoking that, this refers to this object which you are passing as an argument. So now let's see whether we are getting the output in a similar fashion or not. It's working absolutely fine. So please do practice. Once you understand this, now try to understand what is apply and what is bind. So without practice this one, so you will get some confusion. So please practice it. Pause the video and practice for 10 minutes and come back and complete the remaining session. So fine. So I hope you have done a practice. Okay, I trust that you have done a practice. So now what we can do, we should understand. So already call is there, right? We are able to borrow the function. The job is done. But why we need apply and bind? So here there are slight difference between the call, apply, and bind. These are very important for us. So if you see, suppose the get full name is there, this method is that is fine. So here I'm creating another method get full details of a particular person. So that function. So fine, by default we have a first name and last name. But this get full details is allowing us or providing opportunity to pass extra parameters also. Okay, like this get full name, like first name, last name, age, okay, location, and address, whatever it is. Okay, right now just go with the age and location, that is fine. So if you provide age and location details, okay, I'm going to display those details also. So this dot age, and again we can do like dollar symbol, this dot location. Sorry, because these are coming as a parameters, right? We don't need to use this keyword. Okay, this is my bad. Sorry. So this means if you are passing as a property of that object, so this employee is going to refer to the this that's at the time. So if you can do like age something here and location here, that is also fine. But here we should understand what is the difference between the call, apply, bind, so that we can pass as a parameters. So now you can read those parameters and display the output. So now if you see, now what is the change? So simple, the same thing, get full name dot call. Okay, but here get full name dot call is expecting only, it is not expecting anything. If you pass the object, it is going to display first name and last name, but get full name is expecting two extra parameters. So then how to handle that? So now if you see, get full name is done. So get full details means maybe other details also, extra details. So call Now if you see, for this method, I'm passing employee at the same time. At the same time, it is this expecting other two objects, other two values. That is age. So I'm just giving 23 and location. Suppose if it is string, so I'm just taking like Hyderabad. Hyderabad. That's fine. So for other people, get full details dot call. So now I'm passing other object, that is a student. Okay, and age is at 20, suppose because he's studying the graduation, and suppose he is from Mumbai. Okay, another way, so get full details dot call. Okay, here I'm just explaining for the third one, like a player. Okay, comma Virat Kohli maybe 28 or 29, maybe it's class 30 if I'm not wrong, but okay, we can give 28, and hopefully he's from Delhi. Okay, now if you see what will happen, so whenever you call get full details and whenever you are taking help of call method, so this emp refers to this object. Okay, this refers to emp object. From that you will get first name and last name, you don't have any problem. But even if you want to pass any extra values and if you want to print those details, so this is the way. So this call method is allowing to pass extra parameters and arguments through arguments, and here it will receive as a parameter and you can print it. So now if you see the output, you will get the perfect results. So you got it, sir. Vijay K, so 23 age and Hyderabad, and Akshay and Mane 20 is from Mumbai, and Virat Kohli is 28 age and is from Delhi. So it's working fine, right? Super. I hope you guys understood what is the difference between just passing the object or the call method. You can pass extra arguments also. So if you are passing extra arguments, so you can read those details through parameters and read it. So don't think that Raghu, we need to pass another employee like this. So then that will become a parameter, but call method will take care of that. Call method will take care of that, how to pass this employee and how to bind that employee to this keyword. Okay, we don't need to worry about that. So now we understand what is the call. Okay, and what is the difference between the call and apply. There's a slight difference between the call and apply. So if it's the same thing, so while calling, the definition, the method definition is same. So get full details is expecting age and location something. So here, what we can do, so get full details dot apply. Same thing. If you have only one object, no problem. Whether either you can use call or apply, there is no difference in that. But in whenever you have extra parameters, then apply is going to provide some more flexibility. So here you can pass those details as an array. So here you are passing as a normal values, right? Here you can pass as an array. So it's going to be much more flexible for us. Get full details that apply. Okay, apply, and what is that? Student, right? The student, comma, and you are passing 20 comma. So just put those details in an array. Because why it is providing array, because sometimes you got the information with the help of array, so that you don't need to destructure it again, just pass it to apply method, so it will take care of destructuring. So if you don't know what is destructuring, so go back and watch our videos or any video in the YouTube and understand what is destructuring. Okay, here again a player, comma, and you can pass 28 and this one. So this is the fantastic. Let's see whether you will get the same result for this and that. So I'm just putting console.log here to differentiate the output, the results. Okay, and I'm just commenting these things. So let's see the output. Clear. And so it's working in the same fashion, right? The same fashion. Either you will pass as a normal variables with a comma separation, or you can pass those values as an array. So if you pass as an array, still whenever you invoke it as a apply method, so apply will take care of that, and apply will pass first argument to age and second argument to location. I hope you guys understood. So if you done practice, you will understand. So if you see here, you will have a question, Raghu. Suppose if I don't have a extra parameters, either we should use a call or apply. That's your choice. You can do anything. So here I will give that same example with apply also. Apply also. Then we can understand. So now I'm just commenting these things. Save it. So here go with the apply, go with the apply, go with the apply. Save it. Now see the results. Yes, it's working fine, right? So if you don't have a parameters, and if you don't, you don't need to pass any extra parameters either as a comma separated or through array, you can use a call or apply. There is no problem for us. But whenever you want to pass any extra parameters, so at the time, if you that is your preference only. There is no priority for this, whether you need to use call or apply. So that is your choice, because if you are getting the information in the array format, and you can use apply. And suppose if you want to pass like comma separated to arguments, that's your choice. So if you see, you will get the results, everything of factory. So it's working. But I hope you guys understood now what is what is a call, and what is the function, what is method borrowing, and what is function borrowing, what is the difference between call and apply. So I think, yeah, now we need to understand what is a bind. Okay, what is the bind? So this is super important. So it is becoming a very lengthy video. That's why I'm just stopping this as a part one. So in the next video, I will explain about the bind method. Okay, by the time, please do practice and get ready. Okay, please do practice. Otherwise, we can't remember anything. This is syntax. Maybe it looks like simple, but we can easily forget. So please, if you do practice for multiple times, you will remember. And this is the most important interview questions for experienced people. Okay, as a fresher also, please learn all these things so that you will get extra impression, good impression by the interviewer if you are able to explain all these things. Thank you. And in the next video, we are going to understand what is the bind, and what is the difference between the call, apply, and bind. Okay, thank you.